Hey guys, RS Worm here. Back at it with more Ethereum Restart. It's been a few days, thought I'd check in. There's been a fair bit of a discussion about the new units and some nerfs. Let's get into it. So, where I am at the moment, I'm no longer going to be spending my main currency. I'm free to play at the moment, so I'm not going to be spending any more now that I've hit level 46. I'm going to use some of these, only some, but not all, just to help me clear some of the stuff for some materials and some resources. And we haven't heard from the devs about whether it even exists, the times 2 event, or whether they're going to bring it back or anything. I think communication is something that has been a bit absent as of recently, so who knows? Hopefully soon they'll give us some information about whether it's coming in, but or if it was just part of the beta because they wanted to see people get to late game or something like that. Information, I think, or communication is key. I think that's something they could definitely let us know in the coming days, whether it is something that we can do. Uh, let's talk about the units. I got both of them. I pulled both Hoyan and Holden. Where is Holden? Holden. There he is. Yep. I picked both of them for a few reasons. For me, I'm a fan of the art. I like the wings. I've always been a fan of flying type units, or angel or demon or that kind of stuff. I think the design's kind of cool. My take on both of these units, I think that Holden has a fair bit of utility. He's a bit of I think he's going to be a bruiser unit because he's got he's single target, but he's got defense down as well as counter attack. So you can imagine that he could be made with more bramble to enhance his counter attack damage. He's got cooldown increase. That's kind of cool. You could definitely build him purely defense and use this to make a specific unit have extra cooldown for a certain ability. And then he's got dispel as well as resistance down and attack down. Like, that's a fair bit of utility in one unit. That's a lot going on. So as far as future proofing going, I reckon he's going to be around for at least a little while. So I will be using him slowly. I currently don't have the materials or whatnot to be able to invest in him too heavily at the moment, but I will be building him slowly but steadily. As far as Hoyan goes, this unit seems to be a good DPS. Let's start with what the skills are and what my opinion is. Skill 1, a big tick. I think having a wound on your skill 1 is very powerful. To be able to stop healing of any sort on a basic attack or skill 1 is very powerful, I think. So you could invest into getting the effect accuracy to make this very consistent, but that's up to you. The passive, I think, has a few things going on with it that can make it intriguing, but the way it's currently being played in the first day can be seen as a little different, in the sense that the Soul Ward, I think with the changes similar to Veronica, who has this same buff with her skill 3, they changed it so that the interaction is it can be dispelled, and making Hoyan go through this to not be able to proc the fleeting glance, because as it reads here, after using Execution Right, which is also done if she revenges, which is what Soul Ward enables her to do, Hoyan can apply 1 stack of Fleeting Glance, or if it revives. So I was like thinking about this. I think that there's going to be a bit of a playing issue with it, in the sense that if you can prevent the Soul Ward even going off, it means that you're removing a little bit of what it's supposed to do, or what the passive is supposed to do, and making it difficult to use in what the playstyle of the Animus is supposed to be. That's my first impression. Uh, as far as the skill ups go, I think that's fair. Early on, it's only a 10% increase. But as far as the execution right, they changed the last part of the wording to no longer ignore a defense. I think that's a little bit of a too strong of a debuff for what this skill is supposed to do. Like with no skill ups, it's doing 390, and we know that like Deating has 450, even though it's easier to skill him up because he's an SR, but 450 plus an extra attack, and then to have all the extra crit and everything go off on it. He seems to be a more reliable single target damage just by even theorizing how it would play out. Yeah, so I've yet to make big tests, but I think that this unit may be power crept by other units down the line. So I'll definitely try and use her, see how she plays. But my first impression is looks cool, has an alright design in the sense that she's supposed to like revenge and bring back fallen allies, but just the application to be able to do it, there seems to be you need to really think about how it's going to come to pass, because if you can just remove the soul ward, remove some of the damage stacking that you can get, I don't know, maybe they can give a buff, who knows. Let's go over the account update. I would say since last time I got 6-star Deating, I'm using him to clear most of my stuff, and also because I'm not max refreshing anymore, I've just been slowly accruing some more resources. So I got Artisan on my Freya, and I maxed it out so that it now gives pretty good stats, and the difference in defense compared to Diamond Heart, it's fairly sizable. So yeah, going up to 700 and having a stronger shield, very good. Yeah, so yeah, other than that, not too much has changed. I've got the same kind of units. I'm just making sure that my Deating gets stronger and stronger. He's currently my major damage dealer outside of when I run Terramaton, for when Reason is really good. And where I'm at, I'm currently clearing Hell Sharon at the moment. Yeah, just running Deating, starting to get some of these shells going. Then I'm still more or less stuck on getting into Hell for these two. It's not as reliable, but it'll slowly become more reliable, I suppose, as I get further and further into it. I'm not in a big rush, which is why I'm no longer spending as much and trying to rush to level 50 to even attempt this. I can't even attempt it because I'm not able to clear it. So yeah, that's where I'm at. This is RS Worm. Have a lovely day. I'll see you next time.